Welcome to episode 14. So the first thing we're going to do today, I've been using the auto load trailer, and I've talked about it a few times that in real life, I've driven a forklift for many years. And so in game, trying to use a forklift and load pallets is so unbelievably annoying when you realize how different it is in real life. I can't do it. I just can't do it. So I always use the auto load, and I realized like, okay, let's make it a little more realistic. Let's at least have what we need, because like I have at the farm, oh yeah, we definitely need both. This would definitely not have a license plate. Like at the farm, we have a front end loader and I have pallet forks, but if we go to the sawmill, well, I don't really have stuff. And then how are we unloading the stuff and all this? And I realized like this trailer, it actually comes with this forklift. So why don't I buy this? We're not going to use it. We're going to use the auto load on the trailer, but I have the forklift with me on the back. Just for realism purposes, just so I can say, hey, I could load these by hand. I'm just not doing it because I find it very annoying. And I have to remember how to do this. I think I'm in transport mode. Yeah, it looks like it. Yeah, because it strapped it down, right? Although I can't get in it and I left it running, so I might want to shut that off. There we go. All right. So that's the first thing we're doing is we're just going to have, and yeah, it's going to be a little more challenging. I believe this is a 53-foot trailer. The other flatbed I had was like a 45 or something. I don't know, but this is a 53. And now we've got a forklift hanging off the back. And I switched the semi in like the last episode or 2 episodes ago to have the lift axle, which made it longer. So I've probably kind of hurt myself, but whatever. Hey, Okay, so that's the second thing. The second thing we're going to do today is we're going to go ahead and we're going to cut grass because I've got the grass field by the sawmill ready. I can't remember if the other grass field, I don't know if the other grass field, because did we cut that last time? I don't even remember, but the grass field by the sawmill is ready. So I will see you at the sawmill. So I've got all the equipment over here. I've got the tractor with the mower. I've got the tractor with the baler. I've got the tedder. I've got the windrower. And we've got that grass field back there. Now I could easily just go throw that tractor in there and start a course, whether I use the in-game help or course play or whatever. But we've got this bit of grass here. That's not a lot. There's a little bit of grass here. That's not a lot. But then I've got this whole hill here, and that's actually a fair amount of grass. And we could take the time to try to plow all this up and make it a grass field, but it's gonna be a really odd shaped grass field. I think the best thing to do for this is do something that I almost never do, which is use course play to record a course. So what you could do is you can go in here and you can just hit start and you could drive around and kind of like auto drive, it will save whatever, right? It'll save whatever I'm doing. And then I can load that again and I could have another tractor do it, right? So I think what I'm going to do, I'm still having a lot of trouble with my middle mouse where I can't click back off of it. I'm going to record a course that includes not only this field, but also kind of goes around the sawmill and includes that field. And I'm going to do that off camera because I have a feeling I'm going to do it and then realize I should have done it differently and probably end up having to do it a couple times. But let me bring you back once I have this thing figured out. So for example, like right here where I came down the hill and realized that this isn't quite my property down here. So, oopsie. So now I got to start over. The only thing that bothers me is, my next fields I want to buy is these 2 fields and combine them together and chop those trees down. And then if I record this course and I just have it here, I'm going to end up wanting to do that. So I think I'm just going to manually cut this hill and then just set the worker on that field. And I'll wait until I own that field too, and then we'll do this. I don't want to do it and then have to redo it. All right, I manually cut everything I needed to, and then the worker's going to go there. Now, what I normally would do next is Ted and then windrow and then bale. But I want to bale 1 bale of silage so that we can test the wrapper, because I want to make sure that wrapper works, even though it's supposed to. So before I Ted anything, I'm just going to windrow, I don't know. I'm going to try to guess. Come on, dude, just go forward. You got the whole field in front of you. And I gave you a giant circle to turn in. Anyways, I'm just going to take a guess here on what I think it's going to take to fill 1 bale. And I'll just windrow that and we'll bale 1 bale and then wrap it. Well, we're not even going to wrap it right now. We're just going to bale one bale, and then I'll switch to the tedder, and we'll ted everything. And I did edit the baler in the Giants editor in an attempt to make it pick up a little bit wider. I don't know if I 100% did it right, so we'll find out once we go to bale. But let me just, oh man, do you think one lap is enough for a round bale? I mean, this is pretty, that's a lot of grass. I'm just going to make one loop around, and we'll see if that's enough to bale one bale. Back in a sec. And just to verify, I do have it set to 1.8 meter bales, which is what caused the issue before. I guess I can just start right here. So let's see. Drop, bale. Yeah, and before, the trigger was set to like literally right there, and I tried to move the trigger out a little bit, so I wanted to see. Yeah, I definitely think my little edit to it worked, and because I wasn't 100%, I kind of said that was how to edit it, but I'm like, is that really all that you have to do? Is there some other change? All right, well, it looks like I've almost got a full bale here already. Is it going to dump the bale, or do I not have that turned on? Oh, automatic drop is on. Okay, so I'm going to back up, and I'm just going to drop this thing somewhere. Why did you not go in? Oh, I didn't unfold it. See, when you start, there's so many different things you have to do. That's how I forgot to change the bale to 1.88. So anyhow, we're going to back up over here. We're going to drop this freaking bale off. We will wrap it at a later time. Get rid of you. Shut this off. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and TED and then windrow everything else. I should have put that other worker on course play, because the whole reason I rounded the corners in that field is so that he could just drive around the field and not stop and back up. But the in-game worker is too dumb to do that. So, I mean, I've done all, I windrowed that, bailed that, and now I've made 2 passes on tedding, and he's still like on his second headland. Yeah, anyways. Lesson learned. Don't trust the in-game worker when you're trying to go a little faster. And just since I think I kind of edited the baler a little bit wider, I decided to just make sure, I made the windrow as crazy as I could here. And yeah, it's definitely, it's not wide enough for this ridiculous windrow. I didn't really expect it to be, but I do think it made it a little wider. I'm not trying to make it this big, because I changed the windrower to just, instead of doing center, to go all to one side. And I kind of went to the extreme there, but yeah, it definitely edited it a little wider. I kind of like that though, that the width that it is. I would not make the windrow this big on purpose again. I just did it to test it. But yeah, so I've got, I've kind of got it windrowed all the way around, and then that guy's over there tedding the field, mostly backing up. That's what the AI workers are best at, is just backing up into corners. And the accumulator, like on one hand, I kind of want to just disconnect it and let it just drop bales as it makes them. On the other hand, they would all roll away, and some of them might roll to where I wouldn't even find them. So on the other hand, it's good to have the accumulator, because I can bring it up, and yeah, it takes longer, obviously, but I can bring it up, and as long as I see 3 bales together, wherever I've dropped bales, you know, I know that like I haven't lost one. So I don't know. It's got its pros and its cons. Obviously, and I didn't really say it before, but obviously before you jump in the comments and go, square bales, yeah, I know square bales. The thing is, I'm using round bales because that's what people in my area use. People don't use square bales here, so I'm using round bales. And in real life, those round bales do not roll off as easily. I'm not going to say they don't roll. They do, because I remember one day my wife and I went to leave, and right at the entrance of our driveway was one of those bales. And it was kind of centered in the driveway, but we were able to drive around it. And the neighbors had been out baling hay, and they drove by, and one of the bales fell off the trailer. They saw it fall off. I mean, they saw it fall off, and then it rolled, and then it just stopped in our driveway, and they were going to come back later and get it. So I wasn't worried about it or anything. We just drove around it. And by the time we came home, they had taken it, and they texted us, and I was like, oh yeah, no big deal. So I'm not going to say they don't roll, because they do roll, but they don't roll as easily as they do in this game, right? Because they're heavy, and it kind of smashes them down, and the bottom gets, you know, a little bit flat. But anyways, let me keep bailing this and shut up. I mean, I'm still having trouble, because I had the worker cut this, and he cut just to the edge of the field. The windrower, I switched back to center, So I really can't make this windrow any smaller. And yeah, the baler's still struggling here where I cannot pick up the full width. I mean, yeah, I'm barely leaving anything behind, but no, even after I edited it, like it's just, and the issue is the windrower probably. There's just this thing, it's based around how the whole game is made. You can't make a vertical wall of anything. You can't make it straight up. So you can't pile that. I don't know. And it's even worse on bigger maps. It's really a whole thing. I could spend a whole 30-minute episode talking about it, but I'm not blaming the baler. It's more the windrower, but it's still not the windrower's fault. It's more the game's fault. Just that you can't windrow stuff as vertical as it needs to be. Yeah, I'm leaving. Let me stop the game for a second, and I'm going to go edit this mod again, and I want to see. I'm just going to make it unrealistically wide. Okay, and I showed this in a previous episode. By default, the work area, there's these two nodes here, and they were both set to basically here and here, which over here on the number, it was 1. So I changed it from 1 to 1.25, and then from -1 to -1.25. So I'm kind of thinking, I want to see, where's 1.5 put it? Kind of out closer to the tires. That's an unrealistic width. Okay, obviously that's an unrealistic width. I'm tempted to make it worse than that, though, to be honest with you, just because I'm tired of dealing with it. Because these windrows. Let's just make it. We're going for it. Let's just make it 1.75, which is probably out about where the tires stop. So we'll make that one 1.75, and we'll make this one -1.75. It doesn't like when I press enter, but I don't know, it's a habit from Excel or something. Okay, and then we will save this, and yeah, I'll see you in game in a second. All right, let's test this thing out. It's already lowered. We should just have to turn it on. It's not lowered. Yeah, it definitely looks like that worked. Oh, it turned off. Hold on. I need that on. That's why it won't let me drive forward. But yeah, we definitely increased the work area. And yeah, it's totally unrealistic. But I mean, look, at the same time, it's a video game. Okay, it's a video game. And I just want to drive around, and I just want to bale, and I want to leave these little bits of grass everywhere. Okay, so that's how it is. It's just how it is. And now I've got too much. I'm just going to drop here. They can roll down the hill if they want to. I don't care. That's weird how that one fell off, though. It just works better. Is it realistic? Absolutely not. But it works better. Look, I still missed some. All right. Well, let me do this. And he is, look, it's windrowing in the middle. So, I mean, those windrows aren't that big. There's just a lot of hay here. All right, back in a minute. Okay, well, I didn't know he was going to come that far over when I dropped the bales, okay? Kind of my fault, but also not really. All right, I'm already tired of baling. I went ahead and dropped the accumulator. I took the course play course, and I just threw it on that tractor, and I'm just going to let him drive around. I already did the headland, so he shouldn't run into any bales, but he can just run around and do some bales. Yeah, there's a reason why everybody uses square bales. I get it. I get it. But, like, this is what they use in my area. Yeah, I'm really close to pulling the trigger on a square baler. Yeah, this trailer's gonna load the bales wrong too. That's frustrating. That's really frustrating. Round bales are not loaded like this. It's not a thing. Okay, I brought the trailer back to the shop. I'm gonna change it to bale trailer. I don't know what difference that makes, but we are loading bales, so let me change it to bale trailer. I don't know what that means, horizontal. I mean, I know what horizontal means, but like, can be toggled if key is bound. Maybe we should bind that key. Okay, I don't see, I changed it to bale. I don't see anything. There's not like the section in the controls where you can, there's a reason why there's a big section missing out of that field right there. This, in the controls for the universal auto load, there's not one that has anything to do with horizontal or vertical, so I'm not sure what it's talking about. I'm gonna let you listen to the Jake brake. So if you have, yeah, headphone warning or whatever, it's gonna be really loud. We totally missed our turn, but it was worth it. I don't know that this is going to do anything differently. I didn't make the zone any wider. I mean, I can make the zone wider, but I need it to stack sideways if it's going to do it properly. That literally make no difference. Wait. What? Where? Huh? What's this? Where in the hell did that come from? These are still 9,000 liter bales. It didn't like change the bales. 9,000 liters. 490 kilograms. Where did that little bale come from? I don't even own that little baler anymore. I don't even own that. Wow, I'm so confused right now. Hi, Editor Ken here. So I've been watching this over and over, trying to figure out where did that little hay bale come from. So just as a reminder, I sold that little baler episodes ago. We never baled over on this field or in this area with little bales. So there were no little bales over here. So the only way a little bale could get over here is on a piece of equipment. Obviously, the trailer's empty. I can't explain it. The only thing I can possibly say is either it was just a wild glitch and that just literally appeared, or there was a small bale glitched inside something, because I do have the auto load for this trailer turned up pretty wide. Now, it wouldn't have been in any of these buildings, but like somehow was there a small bale like glitched inside of the windrower or the tractor? I don't know. I can't explain it. It's crazy. Very unhappy with how many bales this trailer holds. Very not happy. It didn't even go all the way to the end either, which, like, I understand I can make it wider, but that's not the point. Why? I don't understand why you're making them on. You're like, yeah, I'll make it load the round bales like this. Like, round bales aren't loaded like that, though. Like, round bales are not loaded like that any more than steel coils are loaded like that. Ugh. Sorry for getting so frustrated, but again, it's just like, I know how something works in real life, and then someone goes and makes a game, and it's like, okay, and it's like, no, that's wrong. Well, this is how I made it. Yeah, you know what would be the simplest thing is if you just made it how it worked in real life. Why spend the time making something and spend extra effort to make it differently when you could just look and see how it really works? Okay, so I didn't turn horizontal loading on before, so let me turn horizontal loading on. Automatic side loading triggers. I don't know what that means. I'm guessing like I could just drive by and turn. Let's just do one option at a time. Let's do one option at a time. Okay, and we're saving that, right? We saved that. Let's see if that does anything for us. Yeah, that didn't help. It's still, I don't know what it's talking about horizontal. That could, I don't know what it means. It means something, but I'm not sure what. But man, this pallet or this trailer works good for the pallet. So I guess I just need to find a trailer. Then it doesn't have to be an auto load trailer. Well, I don't know. Maybe it does. Maybe it's the universal auto load mod that just loads the round bales wrong. I'm not sure. I don't know. And I know most people will just be like, whatever, it's just like, no, round bales are loaded sideways, and I need a trailer that loads round bales correctly. I will not accept that this trailer is loading the bales wrong. I just can't have it. I'm sorry. It looks like this is 144,000, and I already took one load. So we've got like almost 250,000 liters in hay bales just from that area. For our, like, 9 cows. I'm gonna try to stop ranting about the hay bales being wrong. Let me bring this back over here. There's still a few more bales. Oh, no, don't drive in the field. I forget. Oh, I just did it again. Oh, there went some crap. I really should hook a controller up. Because there's just something about the keyboard. It just doesn't like it, It'll like to go, let's see here. Okay, let me time this. 1,002. One 1,000. Okay. One 1,000. One 1,000. Okay, it takes the same. And you could do that. But when you're driving down the road, and yeah, I know when you're going faster, the truck moves more. Like, moving just a little bit makes a bigger difference at speed. I do understand that, so don't think that's what I'm talking about. But driving down the road where it takes 2 seconds to go to full wheel lock, and then you're like, oh, okay, that was too much, and then you try to go back to the other side, it should take 2 seconds, 2 seconds. But sometimes it'll take 1 second, and then the next time it'll take like 5 seconds. There's something weird about it with keyboard and mouse steering where you end up oversteering and understeering even though you're moving the correct amount. You know what I mean? Like, you can't, like, how much do I need to turn the wheel? I don't know, because it varies sometimes. It's just weird. It's just weird. It's hard to explain. Let me go get the other bales. I would swear when I went down there to get those bales, there was a bunch down there, that there was like 2 or 3 more. Man, maybe I'm going crazy. There's no more bales. That was all the bales? Well, whatever. Whatever. Yeah, I brought the other bale back. That is the silage bale over there on the left. And then this is going to be a partial hay bale that I'm pulling out. Right. Yeah, you are hay and you are silage. Well, you're grass. You will be silage. You're not silage yet. And the other grass field is ready over here. And this is fertilized. I guess I fertilized in between episodes. The problem is I haven't played the game in a week, so I don't remember what I did between episodes, because I thought I remembered last time I needed to fertilize, so I must have fertilized the fields between episodes. I don't remember doing that, though, but okay, sure. Yeah, and this grass field's ready to go. So I'm thinking, gosh, are we going to... I have all this silage in the pit. What are we going to do? Are we going to... Are we going to bale all of that into hay, or should we make some of it silage? I've got 32 bales in here. I need to... Oh, this is a problem. Why isn't it double stacking this? This is an issue. Let's pretend we didn't see that. Let's pretend we didn't see that. Okay. What am I doing? Grass or hay. Let me think. I think I'm just going to do silage just because I can set this thing to swath, and then I can come behind and I can bale, and it's just... Honestly, that's the only reason I'm going to do silage. I can skip steps, and I'm annoyed with the bales right now. All right, let's test out this wrapper. This should work. It says it works. I don't know that this tractor... having the duals on it might be a problem. We might actually need the Challenger for this. Oh, there it goes. Okay, so this does work with that. I just don't think, and I wasn't going to use that semi-trailer in the first place. What I was going to use was the mod that comes with that wrapper comes with this, but this didn't work with the John Deere baler, even though it says it does 125 to 189 centimeters, and those bales are only 180. It didn't work. And I could try it again. Actually, let me finish the field and then do it, because if it messes up and I have to reload my save or something, let me just wait until this other field's done, and then we'll go experiment. I'll just say it now. I'm a stubborn person, and I'm trying to make this work because round bales are realistic for my area, but I'm thinking we're going to do it. We're going to do it, and then I'm going to sell everything and go to square bales, because I'm like right there. I'm just right there with this round bale situation. You know, if Giant supported the correct size bales, like American bales, you know, because they act like, oh, that's some crazy size bale. Like, yeah, that's actually a pretty normal bale. You'd be hard pressed to find a bale that's not that size around my area, right? But anyways, I mean, some people use square bales around here, don't get me wrong, but it's not that popular. Fine, have it your way. Don't think I don't hear you yelling at the screen. Sell that. Sell that. Sell that. Sell those bales. And we'll sell these bales too. We'll just start all over again. It's fine. It's fine. Oh, I'm a dum-dum. That wrapper works for square and round. That wrapper works for square and round. That, let's buy this wrapper again, guys. Oh, I messed that up too. Just leasing it. Or not leasing it, but doing the lease to purchase. A real lease, not the fake game lease. You know what I mean? Whatever. I don't know. This whole thing's messed up. Okay, square balers. I don't know. I'm tempted to go with this. Is that the same as the big Heston bale? Yeah, so it looks like the Heston bales, that they are the 240s. So I think they're all the same. This one goes 15 miles an hour. This one only goes 10. Which kind of seems normal. That one goes 12. The reason I'm kind of leaning towards this one, number one, it's half the price, but it has a thing for working with. That's pretty cool. So kind of like I showed how you could edit it to go wider. This one lets you go wider as an option in the mod, and I like that. Yeah, so I think I'm going to get this one. I want to say that's like twice the price we spent for the John Deere. It's fine. It's fine. It's only money. And yeah, I bought the same thing. Okay, now I need the bale trailer, and I should be able to go with this one. That would definitely not have a license plate. Can't get all this back at once. All right, let me get this stuff back to the shop or back to the farm. All right, I got the bales set to 240 centimeters, which is the largest size. I don't think there's an auto drop thing. I got the same course loaded, so I should be able to just tell it. Nope, hold on. First waypoint. Go. Should be able to just tell this guy to go. And we'll see, you know, like it's, especially on the corners, it's going to miss stuff for sure. But we'll see how wide this is and we'll see how it does. Let's maybe just do a little time lapse here for a minute. I don't even want to talk about it. I don't even want to talk about it. Going around the corners, it's getting all the little bits. Oh. Okay. What do you want me to say? What do you want me to say? If you were yelling at me to get a square baler, yeah, you were right. I know they're better. I just wanted to use the round ones because that's what goes on in real life in my area. It's not my fault that they suck in game. Okay, blame Giants. Blame Giants that the round balers are so terrible. And that they made them this weird size, so then the modders have to like try to make it correct, but then it doesn't work with other stuff. That's really the issue, is that custom modding made that mod, which is great, but then it doesn't work with a lot of other stuff because according to Giants, it's an odd size, even though it's a standard size. Actually, I might have left that tractor on here because this guy's duals, again, might stick out too far. I thought it was X. Was it V? Oh, it's B. B sticks that out. Okay. I'm just going to drive around and grab these while he's baling so he doesn't run into them. This is what I wanted to do. I didn't want to drive the semi around in the field over by the sawmill. I wanted to use one of these. We just didn't get that far because whatever. Yeah, the dual thing I think is going to be a problem. I think the duals are going to be a problem. We need to put it on the Challenger. Can just barely. Let me just get the headlands off real quick because I know that's what this other tractor is going to run into the worst. And then, oh, you still got it. Once I can get the headlands, yeah. Let me just get the headlands and then we'll switch tractors. All right, I got a full load. I could go drop it in the, the barn, the Quonset hut. I'm actually going to drop it outside because I want to use the bale trailer, and I just want to make sure that that trailer, ooh, man, massive frame drop all the way to 30 FPS. He must be trying to pathfind his way back on over there. I want to make sure that that trailer, which it's still at the sawmill, I just want to make sure they load on there normally and that that trailer's going to work because I don't know. It just bothers me the way that those round bales were on there and it just looked silly. So I just want to make sure these look good. So we'll let him do that and I'll go ahead and bring this guy back to the farm. I am very close to selling this forklift off the back though, because even though I've got the truck selected, when you like switch to it, it switches back to the forklift and then like first, and then I press enter and the forklift starts, and then I start trying to drive and the truck isn't driving. Oops, I didn't mean to stop recording there. Yeah, so like 4 times in a row when I've switched to this semi, I've started the forklift and not been able to drive. And then I have to press G, and unfortunately the way this truck is, it has like 6 options through G to get to the truck, and yeah, so I'm getting kind of annoyed with the forklift thing, because for whatever reason, you jump in the truck and it's just like it defaults to the forklift. Maybe I'm switching to the forklift. Oh, maybe I'm tabbing to the forklift. That could be the issue. I need that mod where you can turn stuff off that you won't tab to it, and I need to like not tab to the forklift. I bet that's what's wrong. Yeah, never mind. Don't include this clip. Delete it. I am going to change this trailer back to standard and change that back to off, just because those were the settings I was using as the bale or as the pallet trailer. So I just want to see. I don't know. I just want to see why. I don't know what I want to see. I just want to see. Can I auto load from that? Probably not yet, because I need to actually dump it. You're only going to go too high, though? Yeah. Hold on. I don't know what I need to get, because I want the bales to go that high. I don't really want the... Does that save it? Or do I... Oh, I have to do this, right? No? I don't know if I need to go into this and then do that. I want the bales to go 3 high. I don't necessarily want the pallets to go super high. No, not enough. Try again. Or for all I know, it didn't even save. No, it definitely saved. It's a matter of like, how high does it need to go? Still did that again, even though I didn't mean to. Nope. And that looks really high for that to not be 3 bales. That looks really high. There's not limit stacking height based on density. Let's turn that off. I don't know if that's it. You want to override the default auto load configuration? Sure. Now it said restart vehicle, and I don't know why. Don't get on that. What are you doing? Okay, it's super high still. Now, if this works, I don't know which one did it. No, it's still too... That looks ridiculously high for it to not be triple stacked in the editor. Unless it was the thing I just changed because it said something about you got to restart the game. I guess let's do this, because this will tell us. Like, if that doesn't do it, then it's definitely because I need to restart the game. And obviously, then I've made it way too high. Yeah, so it's that other option for sure. It's definitely that other option. Okay, so let's reset this. Let's go into here. Oh, and I wish I remembered what the option was. It was like shift control shift middle mouse click. There it is. Control shift middle mouse click. So I just reset it to defaults. And I want to make sure that that option is off. Limit stacking height is off. We will go ahead and edit this and make it what I feel like that definitely should be tall enough. Okay. And we'll save that. Okay, let me restart the game. All right, let's see if that did anything. Aha! Okay, good. And I think the problem is a lot of times, like maybe giants or the mod makers or just people in general, they're like, well, I made it the legal height for a semi. And it's like, yeah, but that doesn't apply to farmers. If you've ever seen farmers bale hay, it's always too wide and too tall. Like, they're ridiculously oversized because none of those laws apply to them. They can do kind of whatever they want. And you know, how often are we hauling these bales? I have no idea. Probably not like at all. I am stuck, and I think... Oh, see, I'm on the forklift. I've switched to the forklift. I got in the truck, No, so don't delete that part. Don't delete my rant earlier. I'm right. I got in the truck and it put me in the forklift. And I started the forklift engine and then couldn't drive. No, we're selling the forklift. Sorry. Realism, don't care, annoying me because it keeps going to that forklift first and then I can't drive the truck. So say goodbye to the forklift. Just one of many things that we tried and just didn't work. All right, I gotta go drop this. This truck does not back up very fast. This episode's a complete mess, isn't it? A lot of times I would go, you know what? I'm just going to stop and I'm just going to delete all this footage and I'm going to re-record this episode, but I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it because today's Sunday and it's my only day off. And it's almost bedtime and I don't have time to record anything else. So you guys just get a really messy episode. Yeah, and see those are stacking taller than those round bales because this mod didn't know what to do with those round bales and okay, anyways, we're not going to use this semi to haul bales. I want to use that thing to haul bales, at least out of the field. We might use this to bring them back from like the sawmill to here, but all right. I don't even know where we were, to be honest with you. Let me sell that stupid forklift right now. I could have driven it back and I just don't care. Oh, right. We're getting rid of this tractor. Yeah, hold on. I gotta switch tractors. I just came over here just to clean up. It just missed a few little spots. This episode, we were supposed to just bale some hay and then do some other stuff. Probably advance a month or something. I don't even know. I don't even know what the plan was, but this wasn't the plan. This episode kind of turned into a round bale versus square bale debate, and look, I think we all know who won. We don't need to say it. It doesn't need to be specified, okay? We don't need to talk about it. Let's unload this. I've got a partial. I'm going to just bring the partial back with me and unload it because I'll throw the partial in the TMR mixer. I don't want to throw the partial in the Quonset hut. And then I will bring the thing over and pick those other bales up. Yeah, that's basically what this episode is. It's round bales versus square bales. And I'm not saying one is better than the other in real life, okay? But in game, it's pretty clear that one of them has a major advantage. I don't know. I should be able to park that in there, right? Because the bales don't take up nearly as much space. I should be able to park this in here. My only concern, I just threw that partial bale in and it filled this up 50%. In order to throw in a bale of hay and a bale of straw and a bale of silage, this TMR mixer is not big enough. It's not big enough. It was fine with the little bales, but we're going to have to buy a bigger TMR mixer just because I upped the bale size. I didn't really think about that. That's fine. We're selling everything else in this episode and buying new things because none of my plans are working out. Why should that one be any different? All right, let me go grab the rest of the bales. There were only 4 bales over there. I didn't think there were many. I thought there was like 5 or 6, but whatever. Get this guy back over here. We will unload those. Yeah, I'll look at the TMR mixer. I mean, I can't even really say it's fine for now, to be honest with you, because I mean, it is fine for now because I have little straw bales and we can use the front loader to put in small amounts of silage. So it is technically okay for now. But once we have big straw bales, I can't put a big straw bale and a big hay bale in there because that'll fill it up and there won't be room for silage. So we'll have to do something different. But it's fine for now. It's fine. I have no idea where I'm going to park that because it's a piece of equipment I didn't consider. So we've got 18 bales in there. They're 8,000 liter bales. The round bales were 9,000 liter bales. But, I mean, at least they're stacking way better. Stacking way better. So, I had other plans for this episode. It wasn't just this, but we'll probably just go ahead and end the episode here because I don't think... I'm not off camera all the time. I'm always like watering things and feeding things. So like I had fed them TMR and I needed to make some more, but I needed hay first. So that's that. Production wise, these things are all full of water. The wood storage is empty on wood, but the sawmill is still completely full almost. The greenhouses, yeah, and I've been putting the lettuce over here. So this thing is getting pretty full. It's at 40 out of 50 pallets, and there's no pallets outside. Okay, hold on. There's no pallets outside. And then over at the sawmill, this thing's got 20 pallets of beams in it. So it made 20 pallets in like 24 hours. So, I mean, that's a lot of money sitting there. Yeah, and then I guess I fertilized off camera. Like, I didn't play the game for a week. And so I kind of thought this episode I had to fertilize, but I guess not. And the weeds never grew. I never had to do anything with the weeds, which is crazy. Yeah. I'm going to need to fertilize both of those again, just because we harvested the grass, but that's not that big of a deal. So I think at this point, let me just review the fields real quick, because I can put stuff away. So like down here, we got our canola. So we only got a 92% yield bonus because we didn't... I know for sure we didn't mulch. I don't know what other bonus we're missing, but that one's almost done. This one's at a 97%. And I don't think we mulched. I don't think that counts as mulched because we plowed that field. The sorghum's at a 97. The same thing. We plowed that field, so it didn't count as mulched. Now, this field should have been mulched. Yeah, and it's at 100%. And we'll get straw. We'll get straw off that field. Can you get straw off of sorghum? I really have no idea. So I guess, yeah, that'll be next month. Well, it'll be next episode. I don't know that it'll be next month, but next episode will be all about harvest. And I'm hoping, basically, harvest-wise, we're going to get some money. Well, we won't get it now, but we'll get it this winter. But between the harvest, but we're going to keep a lot of the sorghum, and we're going to plant winter wheat and stuff. But I'm hoping to get enough money this winter that in the spring, yeah, we're going to put a big cow thing and a big chicken thing. We'll tear this cow thing down. We're going to put a big new shed there for our equipment to store in, and we'll plant wheat, and we're going to use that. And I don't know how many more productions we'll be able to get into, but we're going to go for the bakery, and we're going to have to switch the greenhouses to strawberries, and we're going to have to get milk, and we're going to have to make butter. And I don't even remember what else, like all the things. All right. See you guys next time.